Hello everyone, welcome back to a new replaycast. Today we have a game between, in the top right spawning as the red Protoss player is going to be HarstemCasts, and in the bottom left spawning as the blue Terran player it's going to be Liquid Clem. Now I've been doing a lot of tournament replays and I thought, wait a second, I have a lot of friends, I can just ask them for cool replays. So I reached out to a couple of my friends and was like, hey, do any of you have any cool replays that I perhaps could cast? And I got this replay, I won't say from who. I'm friends with both GunGFuBanDa and with Clem. And one of them sent me the replay. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know who's going to win, but usually when people send me replays, it's of them winning. So if I would say who would win, that might give it away. But he said it's a really fun game. Neither of us played too hot. So yeah, it's just going to be a ladder game from the European ladder here. Just for a little bit of context here, HarstemCasts, also known as GunGFuBanDa, has been a German Protoss, well, still is a German Protoss, and has been a top European player for a very long time, top 15, top 16. I'm not quite sure what his best result is, but probably made a top 8 at some WCS in his life. I don't think he ever made a top 4. And Clem, of course, he's the kid, as we call him. He's absolutely crazy. He won the latest DreamHack Masters. I want to say that he beat Rainer in the final, but it also could have been Cero in the final. I know he beat both to get there. Right now he's at around 7100, so 7.1k MMR, which is extremely high, and he's been there for quite a while. I think he might even be higher at it, but maybe even 7.2. HarstemCasts, or GunGFuBanDa, also pretty decent MMR at about 6.7k. Let's see what we can get here for our game. We see... Wait, he forgot his pylon. This is beautiful. What a start. He 100% forgot his pylon. He had to cancel a worker to build that. This is a nice little supply block at the start. This is exactly what I want to see. This is gonna be a clown fiesta. I can feel it already. Oof. So yeah, Scouts sees that there's a Marine here. Sees that there's no Reaper arriving at his house. So most likely is going to be that Marine first into factory. Let's see what the follow-up here is going to be for Clem. We don't see a second gas yet, which could be an indicator of nothing, as we just see the bunker go down and second gas go down at 236. So everything looking pretty standard. Now, knowing Clem, this is most likely going to be a Hellion in the early game to try and get some scouting info. This Adept is going to do a little bit too much here. I don't know why Clem's... Oh, he's starting a Reaper. He's going to lose 2 Marines. Even though this Adept was... well, actually, it wasn't delayed. He of course cancelled that one probe so he could get this. One SCV is going to go down. This Reaper is most likely going to be able to kill this Adept. Yep, there we go. But overall, not a bad trade here for GunGFuBanDa. Gets 2 Marines, gets an SCV. If he gets this Reaper... Oh my god, Clem not paying attention. He's going to lose the Reaper for free as well. Now, a couple of Marines will pop out, but I actually think this Adept is going to be able to kill 2 more Marines here as well. And I think it might even be able to escape. Oh my god. It doesn't get the Marine, but does manage to escape with 4 HP. Behind this, we're going to get Blink, as well as a sentry on the... No, Stalker. Cancels the sentry, goes into Stalker. He seems to have no clue what he really wants to do. Meanwhile, Clem, without any real info, decides it's time for a mine drop. I think it's a little bit of a ballsy play, honestly. I'm not going to lie. I think that's a little bit of a ballsy play. Obviously, against something like Phoenixes, that would not be quite ideal. Luckily for him, it's not Phoenixes. Instead, it's going to be Blink. With those Stalkers, second gateway on the way already, Nexus before third gas, Nexus before a robotics facility, and Nexus before a third gate. So an extremely fast third Nexus is basically what I'm trying to say. Robo goes down after he builds the third base. I love this build order personally, and I'm glad to see someone else do it as well. For a while I thought I was the only guy crazy enough to get a Nexus this fast, but no. Here we have another solid Protoss player doing it. Now the one thing I'm not liking is the lack of a pylon over here. This would spot that top area, which is so commonly used for Terrans to send in their medevacs. Let's see how the Sheriff is going to position his units here. Seems to be blissfully unaware. Sometimes people say ignorance is bliss, but that's not quite the case when you're talking about Widowmine drops. You do want to know where they're coming from, if they're coming, and you want to ideally have some units in position. These Stalkers are not going to be in time to deal with this. Both of these mines will be able to burrow, get a single shot off. Okay, one mine goes down. Oh my god, the Burrow Micro here is absolutely beautiful coming out of Clem. This is gonna get one more kill. And the medevac flies away with full HP, 1 mine escapes as well. So that's a lot of delayed mining time, or denied mining time, I should say. As well as 2 worker kills for the price of 1 Widow Mine. Clem's gonna be pretty happy with that trade right there. Meanwhile, we have GunGFuBanDa going up to 4 gate. No forge yet, no charge starting either. Instead, we're seeing a couple of observers being added. Forge as well as Robo Bay. Oh my god, what was that? 2 kills. Okay, that looked a lot bigger. I just caught it on the edge. Didn't quite catch it properly. Now, it's going to be an adept here. This looks a lot like a... I mean, the moment you see this little unit with your adept, you know that this is a triple CC. Try to actually blink up. It's going to be able to get an SEV. There's a single tank here, which will help get that third setup. But until the tank is in this position, these stalkers can still be a little bit annoying. Is there a hallucination on the way? No, there's not. Constant worker production is on the way, though. He managed to blink in. There's going to be a snipe on the combat shield. Not the worst. It could have been stim. But of course, ideally, you don't really lose anything. He's gonna get... No, did he get that Marauder? No, he didn't. So he just lost the Stalker for nothing. He's going to be able to get this SEV at least. But it's going to... Oh my god, I thought he was going to lose that Stalker for it. But he won't. Supply block here for Clem, who's actually massively supply block at 93 here. He's going to start 2 depots as well as drop a supply somewhere. Right over here it happened. So all the supply glow will go up. Colossi on the way. The mines are still good. Man, this is still the same mine. Clem is so ridiculous with this. It's so triggering when you play against him, the stuff that he does. And Clem just pulling ahead in supply, even though his defense at home hasn't been brilliant. I mean, he's so freaking fast, right? Average APM of 369. Nice. 369 is a really nice number. So multiples of 3 every single time. That's extremely fast. That is actually extremely fast. And he's using it well as well, you know. He's not just spamming the buttons. Well, I guess now he might have been spamming the buttons because he just lost a Raven for free. A little bit of a waste there. Very useful at denying these observers very often. Also, of course, things like anti-armor missile and auto turrets can really help out. Something like a... what is it called? Interference matrix on a Colossi is also very, very useful potentially. Cannon goes up in the main base. Wait, did he kill more probes? Please tell me no. Oh my god, 11 workers gone down total already. I want to say... Ooh, what's in here? This is the tank. No combat shield still here, so Colossi is going to have an absolute blast against these Marines. Clem doesn't really want to burn too many stims with only a single medevac around here. Second medevac is down here. We're going to see these Marines being dropped in the main base. Is he going to try to target down the cannon? I mean, that's just not going to work. Might get the cannon. It's going to lose absolutely everything for it. Kills a couple of probes in his fall. Managed to snatch a couple of those, but we're actually seeing a Ghost Academy. Now, this is very Clem specific. So very many Terrans, what they like to do after their 5 racks and starport, what they like to do is they get double eBay armory. But Clem very often likes to go secondary and sometimes even a tertiary tech structure, tier 3 tech structure. So we're talking either a second starport or a Ghost Academy, or in this case, both things at the same time. And this is slightly going to delay the 2-2 upgrades, or at least it should, because these things cost a lot of gas, especially Ghost. So usually he has slightly later 2-2 upgrades, but he's going to have a very strong mid-game timing push with 8 to 10 Vikings, 3 for Ghost. As you see, he's delaying those upgrades. He doesn't really have the gas. He can only start +2 attack. Well, actually at this point he can't even. He's just spending all of his gas in air units. And this is something that Clem does a lot. This is a Clem trademark. Definitely. What do we have here? Turret going down as well as a bunker. Bunker in a pretty vulnerable position, I would say. Not covered by depots either. There's a depot here spawning. There's a Marine on the far left as well. As a couple of units get taken out. Now, we see that Clem definitely is going to be gearing up for some type of push. He has so little medevacs, by the way. Only 5. One is over here. That mine is still alive. This is a hero mine, my friends. I wish I could zoom in on him, but he's in this thing. I want to see him. I'm going to keep my eye on this top right side of the map, because if that mine ever gets back into action, I want to know how many kills it had, and I want to know what it does exactly if it ever goes back into action. We have a cannon down here. We have no cannon in the natural. If it goes into the natural, that'd be so legendary. Here comes that Clem push, the famous Clem push that I was talking about. Now, he doesn't have the enhanced shockwave upgrade. We see a big run by on the bottom side, which just gets scanned. And we see the entirety of Sheriff Guana's army here moving towards the left side, trying to do something here about this third base. Now, I actually think he needs to run, because what Sheriff Guana doesn't realize is that he's actually kind of being all-in, or at least being pressured very hard. So maybe he can... he's gonna lose at least one disruptor here, but he might even lose a second one. Does manage to snipe a Viking. He's gonna lose a second disruptor for sure. One Viking or one Colossus might go down. No, Clem actually going too far forward with these Vikings. Managed to snipe the Colossus last second. Ends up losing 4 Vikings and a Mediv, 2 Medivacs for that. That's a little bit painful. I wonder if Clem's still gonna keep pushing now, because that's a little bit risky, I would say. There is a battery here, there's a cannon here. 5th base is gonna go down as well. A lot of money in the bank for GunGFuBanDa, who's not been macroing very well. 1100 minerals in the bank. What is the gateway count? Only at 8. Would love to go up to 10, maybe even 12 at this point. 5th base is going down. What do we have here? This is a Zealot run by. No bunker anymore at the 3rd base. First disruptor shot is going to hit big. Gets a bunch of marauders here. Second disruptor shot is just going to take out one of his own probes. Good stalker control, but does need to cancel his own 5th base. Now, there's not enough Medivacs here for a big drop, and also not enough Medivacs to truly heal up this army. As we see Clem dealing with this little run by, or well, it was a rather significant run by actually. Clem managed to deal with it in a proper fashion though. Oh my god, another 2 Medivacs are going to fall here. Bringing the number down once again to 4 Medivacs. There's not a single Medivac with this army. I mean, one more stim and the units are actually just gonna die by themselves. The Colossi will just look angrily at them. And that's going to be it. Good micro forward, snipes out 2 disruptors. His disruptor targeting is so crazy at times. Now, this is not a great fight though. This has not been a great fight. We see Clem actually down 4k in resources lost. The only reason he's still in this game, oh my god, is because the macro GunGFuBanDa hasn't been too hot during this game. Otherwise, I think he would have just blasted him back and saved his own 5th base. Constantly floating 1200 minerals. And the thing is, it's so difficult to get out of that situation without adding more gateways. As long as he doesn't add more gateways, he's just getting too much income that he can't spend. It's just not possible. He double expands at this point. He has a bunch of cannons going down. 1 DT moving towards, I guess, the 3rd base. But there is a turret there. Is there a turret in the natural? No, there's not. But there's no DT going to the natural, there's just 1 DT going into the 3rd base. Pretty decently sized army here for Clem's going to be able to cancel, or perhaps even kill this. Good cancel there by GunGFuBanDa, realizing he wouldn't be in time and he would just lose 400 minerals. We see 1 DT going into the natural, gonna get caught by the edge of this turret. Good EMP coming out of Clem. And this DT, where there is a turret, is going to get 4 kills, and that's going to be it now. Don't forget, GunGFuBanDa has some decent map control here, and yeah, this position of cannons isn't great. It's going to block his own unit movement a bit. Should be a bit further to the right, ideally. Battery over here. This type of building position can be very bad. Let's see how he's going to split up his army. We see 3 disruptors here. We see a bunch of stalkers. Going to be able to get a nice first hit there. He's going to get a good second hit as well. Bunch of ghosts going down. And with a good warp in, he might be able to do it. This army is going to get caught out as well. Or perhaps this immortal got caught out and this army was perfectly in position. Another immortal at the complete incorrect position is going to go down. Snipes 1 marauder before it dies. And we see Clem with a big rotation towards the left side of the map now with his main army. This is a very, very tense game. Absolutely loving this. Oh, he's going to be able to kind of surround this army here. This has to be a recall. He does not have recall available though, which means this army is just going to die for basically free. At the same time though, we have like a semi-base trade scenario, except it's not really a base that's being traded. It's an army for a base, but I mean, it's still a trade, including a base. We'll call it a base trade for now until we get a better word. 3-3 is on the way for Clem. 3-2 has already finished for GunGFuBanDa, who's now fighting SCVs. Is gonna try to defend this base. Good disruptor shot. Oh man, this is a really, really tense game. We have a super battery available. Why is it not being used here right now? we could be seeing the use of a super battery. Here we go. Disruptors get recalled. Zealot's almost gonna tank those disruptor shots. Disruptors a little bit too far forward. Colossi in the back. 2 Immortals joining up as well. There's a lot of medevacs here with this army for Clem, but I mean, personal healing is nice, but he just doesn't have the unit count, I feel like, to deal with this. At least not right here. If we take a look at the overall supply, we still see 148 supply against 143. Plus 3 is about to finish up for Clem as well. What do we have? What do we have? We have 4 Liberators. 2 more on the way. Ship weapons level 1 is about to finish up. Good, splitting away as one of the Libs does get sniped. But the shots get dodged. Another disruptor shot, hits a marauder and a marine, not quite what you want. See at the bottom side of the map once again, Zealot DT run by is doing some real work. No blink available yet on this. Of course, it has been very common to see those blink DTs put in some work. And here, oh my god, massive move command coming out of GunGFuBanDa. Is going to lose every single disruptor before it finishes up. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is not great for the German. Oh my. Good for the German Protoss player. That was a bomb right in front of my window, man. I live in a war zone currently. Orbital command gets lifted up. Gets landed again. Actually dies. Oh my god. Clem landed it a little bit too quick as we see this Liberator going down. This game makes absolutely no sense. I have no clue what's happening. I feel like the guys have no clue what's happening here, but we've now lost one of the main orbital commands. We see a planetary has gone down already. A planetary on the far left. And this base is just really, really vulnerable, and we see the income is actually better for GunGFuBanDa at this point. I feel like he's never going to be able to get the +3 armor though. He just doesn't have the cash anymore. 2 more disruptors on the way. We still have 1. Oh, there's a 3 Lib squad. What is this? I mean, it's not like Clem is that rich, right? Can't really just afford to throw away Liberators. Now, this is scary because Clem is completely out of position. Blinken is going to be able to get the Liberator, but I mean, a planetary is going to be able to just stop this. This is not a big enough army. 900 minerals once again in the bank for GunGFuBanDa, who's quickly sailing up to 77 workers. Gonna add a couple more. Actually has good income again, 3.3k a minute. I mean, that's nice. I still don't think he can kill this. This is a useless mission map. Oh my god. In the dying second of that disruptor shot, he managed to get the connection he wanted. Good blink forward here. Do we have a super battery available? Yes, we do. With 2 cannons. Is that going to be enough? No, I don't think so. Marauder's a little bit too much DPS. Gonna be able to take out these cannons. On the other hand, this does get pushed back. We have a rotation coming out of the Sheriff. Left side base has been taken. 81 workers, 2 more disruptors on the way, as well as ship weapons level 2 here for Clem. It's going to be able to 2-shot Stalkers with Liberators at that point, once that finishes up. Blink forward, medevac goes down. Absolute classic moves here. Coming out of GunGFuBanDa. A couple of disruptors, but they're very, very vulnerable. And the micro of Clem against just pure disruptor tends to be extremely good. A couple of big hits do manage to land, but it's gonna cost him 4 or 5 disruptors there. How many disruptors have gone down already? 16 freaking disruptors have gone down already. This game, 6 Colossi, 8 Immortals, and 74 Zealots. 100 Marines exactly, man. That's a crazy units lost step. Whew. 2 cannons, battery going down on that top left base. We see Clem flying over with a new command center towards the bottom right. And it's funny, these planetaries seem to do so freaking well. We have a bunch of units being warped in on the top left. I guess GunGFuBanDa is just a little bit afraid of whatever might happen there. How many zealots is this? 19 zealots total. I mean, he has just 3 armies roaming around the map, doing things. This observer, by the way, has seen everything already. He's seen so freaking much. Stalker's gonna be able to clean this up. But this is a sick game. Here I was casting tournament games that everyone's seen already, and I mean, the real fire, of course, is going to be in the ladder games where it really matters. MMR is on the line, no money, just pride. I forgot about that. Man, this has been an absolutely bananas game. What's the disruptor counter right now? We have 4 disruptors, we have 1 colossi, 2 more on the way, plus 3 armor starts, 20 minutes in game after not upgrading for the last 9 minutes. These games is absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Stalkers blink back. Super battery gets activated. We see a pro pool, but that's not going to be able to do too much. I feel like super battery gets sniped. Is there any DTs here? No, we see a zealot warp in. I mean, that's not going to be it. You're going to need at least a DT or something. Is there a recall available? Oh, he doesn't have the energy. 2 more energy is what he needs. Yeah, it's too late though. This is just going to die. This is just going to die. And once again, they trade one base for another base. Now, I have to admit, Sheriff Guana with this low ground base, this is never going to survive if Clem is paying attention. However, we have a DT, I guess, in the main base. How many orbitals is there for scanning? I mean, we still have 2 orbitals for scanning. That's nice, at least. Does this have blink? No, it does not. Oh my god. Just these tiny little micro moves are what make Clem so good, right? Another guy might have accidentally lost another Marauder, but no. Clem micros it back, saves it with that concussive shell. And I feel like we actually have a real game again. And it's just been constant action for the past 15 minutes, I feel like. Double, triple, 4 disruptor shots, gets picked up in time. Clem tries to fly away. Meanwhile, a fight on the right side, a fight on the left side. Planetary is going to fall, but so is this base. Is this going to end up in a base trade? I think this might just end up in a base trade. Oh my god. I mean, there's 2 bases here on the left side. There's DTs. If this orbital goes down, there's only a single orbital left for scanning, and DTs in a base trade are extremely powerful. Disruptors in base trades are very, very powerful. Where is that Dark Shrine? Is it in the it's in the natural. That's actually dangerous because that means it's going to die fast. Now, don't forget, EMP can reveal, but there's only a single ghost. But there's a big army here as well. Clem has more army, but his income is non-existent at this point, and his army is split currently. Oh man, here's that 1 DT that I was talking about. GunGFuBanDa is like, oh, I don't want to fight into the planetary. And then realizes it's not a planetary. And Clem actually was attacking his own orbital command. 1 DT attacking the bottom right here. Now there is EMPs. No, there's no EMPs available. He's going to need to scan, but he can't. 2 more energy needed. 1 DT still going absolutely bananas over here as well. 2 Liberators still sieged up, doing their job. We see the scan went down on the offensive. No, on the defensive. Orbital command. Now, Clem much rather have this be a planetary, of course. Top left went down for GunGfu. This base is gonna go down for GunGfu. All we're gonna have left is this one. Recall probes there, buddy. Or send where are his probes? Oh, here. Okay, so what do we have mining currently? We have 1k mining here for Clem. We have an army that looks scary, especially because 2 of the disruptors are still in the natural. This Liberator is not going to be able to get got. Oh, big disruptor shot. Not going to get anything. 3 Colossi going to be walking on top of the ramp. Double force field will be able to stall this army out a little bit. I don't think Clem should be walking up here quite yet. Clem disagrees, runs up. No disruptors here anymore, so might be able to actually do it. No zealots to tank. And the Marauders with the 10 freaking medevacs are going to be able to clean this up. What does GunGFuBanDa still have? He has mining here, but so does Clem. Clem mining from 2 bases, and both of those are orbitals, meaning that there's just going to be a little bit more income here for Clem, who is who's getting 1700 minerals a minute against the 800 minerals of GunGFuBanDa. Oi, 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 oi. This is a very, very painful game here for GunGFuBanDa right now, who still has 2 disruptors. He still has DTs, don't get me wrong. It's still completely possible, actually, as we see a big portion of the army for Clem here on the top left. Meaning if GunGFuBanDa trades this base for these bottom 2 bases, he might actually be fine. There's 2 disruptors here. If he can catch this army, that would be a massive deal. Another command center going down, a bunker going down. Who's seen that 24 minutes into the game? I don't know who's actually winning that. I have no clue. GunGFuBanDa has way lower supply, but The armies of Clem are split here. Oh no, GunGFuBanDa wasting a bunch of his own probes. DT here is still going ham. Income once again is relatively even. Still a single DT on the map. That's it. That's just it for now. What else do we have? Good snipe there on the Marauder, but the Zealots start attacking the barracks. And with 700 minerals in the bank, with 1100 gas, I think there's just a little bit too much Clem here for GunGFuBanDa to deal with. Disruptor shots not quite hitting. All the Marines coming from the back here. There's no more real reliable splash in the form of Archon, Storm or Colossi, and these Disruptors are not off cooldown, meaning that they're gonna die. And with those Disruptors, so do the chances of GunGFuBanDa in the game as GG gets called. And this has honestly been one of the sickest games I've watched in a very, very long time. I was right. It was Clem who sent me the replay. So I'll ask him for a loss next time. Thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to hit that like button as well. It helps me so much. And I'll see you all next time for a new HarstemCasts video. Bye bye.